Writing is like a big conversation that's been going on at a dinner party. Let's say you want to join the conversation. What if the topic of the discussion were the global refugee crisis? There are lots of opinions, but for your writing to be great, you need to offer more than just an opinion. This is where your friend Eva Denz comes into play. She knows all about refugees. In fact, she comes from a peer-reviewed journal about the refugee crisis, the Journal of Refugee Studies, page 44 to be exact. So, she has a point that you are sure will prove your claim that refugees need support from local governments. You clear your throat.
I claim refugees need more support from local governments. Says who?
4 in 5 refugees report that more programs from host countries would help them transition in a new place.
Who's this? Where did you even get this quote?
Did you plagiarize this? Well,
Why didn't people accept the claim you made? What do you need to do differently so that people will take you and Eva seriously? I said writing is a conversation. Well, just as certain manners and customs determine what is acceptable when talking, there are some rules that guide us when writing. If you just shove your friend Eva Denz into a conversation without introducing her, no one will know who she is and why people should listen to her, or you for that matter. When you introduce Eva, make sure you tell your audience where she comes from. Let's try that again.
I claim that refugees need more support from local governments. In the Journal of Refugee Studies, it states,
Great introduction. You told your audience where Eva Denz comes from, also known as the source. Now, make sure you use quotation marks to let your audience know it's Eva's turn to talk. Good. Now Eva can speak.
4 in 5 refugees report that more programs from host countries would help them transition to a new place.
Okay, Eva Denz made a great point. Show your audience she's finished with another set of quotation marks.
Now here's the important part. You need to give the page number so others can find Eva again if they have more questions. She comes from page 44, so put the page number after the last quotation marks in parentheses. The period goes at the very end.
There, now you introduced and cited evidence. Looks like you made quite the impression. Just remember the 3 simple steps, and you and Eva Denz will be making great points wherever you go. Step 1. Introduce your evidence. Step 2. Begin and end quotes with quotation marks. Step 3. Put the page number in parentheses. The period goes at the very end.